Hey, how's it going, everybody? Cowboy Tim checking in, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm on the 202, whatever it's called. Check out all these nice homes they've been building for years and years as this town explodes from people all over the country moving here. It's probably California especially. So I'm on the 202 that goes around the downtown area. And I have to tell you, it's a beautiful freeway. And we went through Phoenix. I just blinked and I was through that town. Never even realized it. And I guess because it's Sunday, the roundabout here of going around Phoenix was really lucky because there's 5-10 million people living here. Really easy getting around right now. So we're all gassed up, cruising. The Super Crusher is getting 9.8. I was at 10. That's a new record. And we're moderating around 62 or 3 miles an hour. It's currently 147 local and 76 degrees here in Phoenix. A big place. My first time. I've gone 10 to the 8 and, through Tucson and all. But I've never took the southern route like I have this trip and then come up to the 10, which takes you into LA if you keep going. But we're going to get off on somewhere that takes us up into Bullhead City and to Laughlin, of course. We're trying to get to that Quartzsite to see what it's about. Mountains everywhere, beautiful weather, trucks running great, towing great. Going to be back on the 10. We're on the North Loop 202, and looks like the I-10 connector to the westbound is 6 miles away. So that 10 has been the best freeway you could possibly travel until they redo 20 and 40. But, hands down, I-10. So, how did you guys like the suburban griddle? Man, it really cooked it up. We're going to put some chicken tenders and some other things on there once we set up to where we're going to be for, permanent until we return home. And we'll be using it quite a bit. It'll just stay out there. It really is a nice griddle. I got to buy some of that Pam. JJ said, don't buy the knockoff brand. Definitely get the name brand on that. I know there's a Walmart around here. We're not going to stop, but maybe we should consider it before we get to the 10 again. Looks like a nice town. I know there's rough areas of it, but there's been so much growth here that it really looks pretty nice. Now, of course, we know Phoenix gets very warm, like Vegas and Laughlin and all these areas, Yuma, Tucson. No question about it. But so does Florida with the humidity. I'll tell you, the best thing to do is to get yourself in a position where you can have a home base and then venture off whenever the weather is not to your liking and search for sunshine and warm temperatures year round. I mean, so many people already do that. Very wealthy people have homes all over the world. See those mountains way back there? Let me zoom in for you. Look at that. Now Phoenix looks like it's in a basin here because the mountains are very, very far away, it looks like, around the perimeter I'm on. So it's a kind of a flat area here. Good for building and where they can grow. Arizona's a great state. So briefly, let me put this in the holder up here. So let's get back on the subject of politics. What? Well, I've been hearing things through the grapevine because I don't have time to watch the news, and since the election's over, but it's not over because Trump is still appointing people in the cabinet, in the administration. So one was appointed to be Attorney General, but apparently Gatz, however you want to say it, had a skeleton of a charge that never came to trial, that was dropped or dismissed or something, and the haters on the other side that don't want to relinquish the power, the mafia, the deep state, want to slander him and release the information that's irrelevant of what charges they were going to try to make that never got legs, to do it. And so he dropped out because undoubtedly that would hurt his career.
In 2 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 78A for I-10 West toward Los Angeles.
So rather than getting a promotion, he stepped aside. And now we have Pam Bondi. And of course, nothing changed. The haters are trying to dig up dirt on her. What a shocker, right? That these people that are in our country, the deep state, are doing everything they can. They're so afraid of losing their gravy train, of stealing everything. I mean, that's why some of the roads through these states don't have any money to fix them, because the politicians steal it all, among other things, and refuse to prosecute and enforce the laws that are already on the books. They go around everything. So nothing's going to stop, just like it didn't stop Trump from getting elected. Nothing's going to stop him from getting people in the administration that are going to do the job. There you go, Los Angeles. And it's going to happen because God is involved. And I am so happy.
In half a mile, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 78A for I-10 West toward Los Angeles.
I just can't wait to see the exposure and the people booted out and good people put in that are going to help the constituents, the people of this country.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 78A.
Okay. It's going to remind me every second. This thing even tells me if there's a cop ahead or a stall.
Continue on I-10 West for 119 miles.
A stalled car. I guess it's 119 miles to Quartzsite. But anyway, that's enough on the politics. Couldn't be happier though. Everybody can't be wrong, can they? The whole country now is wearing it loud and wearing it proud. Trump hats, their sidearms, carrying their Bibles, talking about God, saying Merry Christmas, all these things that they beat us down and made us feel like we were going to be, slandered. No more. It's like a big weight lifted off the country's shoulders. And I love it. Yeah, Phoenix, anybody ever been to Phoenix? We're on a main thoroughway now, aren't we? Heading out of town. Wonder if JJ and Bev want to hit up a Walmart. The only issue he's got going on with his coach is when he tries to hook his phone up to Bluetooth and we talk on the phone together. I know a lot of you suggested walkie-talkies, but cell phones work better. I mean, walkie-talkies, you gotta have line of sight. So his it doesn't have good audio. I mean, he can play music and do all that, but when we talk on the phone, it's horrible. So he has to take it off that and hold his phone in his hand, or put it on speakerphone. Other than that, that's a really nice coach. Got everything. Bev loves it. I guarantee you they're going to be traveling a lot more. I thought he was done. I met him out in Laughlin. He had that Class B. He couldn't wait to get back to Florida. He goes, yeah, you know, we're just not into it. It's a lot of driving, and it's just, you know, when you park somewhere for over a few days, it's too small. It's great to travel in and stay overnight in, you know, instead of a motel, a hotel. But when you get there, you don't have anything to, you know, move around in. So I thought he was all done with the RV world. But nope, he got him another one, and he got the right one. He looked at everything for the last couple of months and really landed the right unit and the right deal. Very happy for them. Plus, I get to play in it too, especially on this trip while we're together. That's where we're at every night. I just go over to their place. I don't have anywhere to sit a third person. Unless I put a chair in the middle of the floor like a camp chair. Then you're stumbling all over each other. So it says another 100 miles, yeah, to Quartzsite. It's going to be getting towards the end of the day. We're going to have to find somewhere to live, somewhere to squat. We'll figure it out. And then from there to Laughlin is another little hike tomorrow. And that'll be our, what, 7th day or 6th day? Today's the 7th day? I forget. I think today's the 6th day. That guy's getting up there. He's got his Camaro in gear, passing gear. Let me see if I can think of something that some of you asked me in comments. I'm trying to remember. Well, I can't think right now, but I can tell you that it was going to be a long, arduous, uncomfortable, white-knuckle trip if I didn't figure out the towing on this truck. We all knew it could do it, and all it was tire pressure. It was the weight distribution hitch set up correctly, yes. But if you have underinflated tires, you're going to sway all over the place. I could go with a few more pounds, I think, in the camper. The truck is right. The camper, I think, is about 3 or 4 low. Well, there's a Camping World and a bunch of car dealers on the left, a bunch of shopping on the right. Definitely a big city, Phoenix. There's Mountainside Fitness Center. Never heard of one. Got a big sign over there. Lots of shopping on this exit. Eateries and stores. QT gas station, Quick Trip, out here in Phoenix. Oh, by the way, there's a Crystal's hamburger. But what I was going to say is I saw a sign for Cane's, Raising Cane's, a chicken place. Really good. Well, I don't eat them now because they're fried chicken fingers. with crinkle fries. But I've had them. They're really good. Trying to be good now. I gotta grill my chicken. I can still eat chicken though. Yeah, we just stay on this road here forever and more now. You ever heard of, I think that's what it is, let me see. There's a restaurant here. We have them in Sarasota. Yeah, Culver's. Culvers. In my opinion, don't waste your money. I couldn't wait for it to open when I watched them build this one on University Parkway, and I wasn't impressed. Now, they do have crinkle fries. I'm a big crinkle fry lover. Of all French fries, crinkle fries are my favorite. And the ones that make it the best over in Boynton Beach at Bud's Chicken. Absolutely the best. Big, long ones, good ones, and I tell them to make them extra crispy. So they leave them in the fryer a little longer, or they'll refry them a little bit. And they get a little real dark golden brown and crunchy. Oh, man, with the ketchup or the mustard or mayonnaise or just plain salt. Making myself hungry for the bad stuff. So Jay and I, we pass the time away. Bev goes in the back of the RV and goes to sleep with Kaylee. And Jay will get on the phone with me and we'll talk for 20 miles or so, 20 minutes. Bouncing ideas about the RVs, places to go, life. He's a very nice person. You know, it's great to meet people like I've been able to do in YouTube and to get reacquainted with some of the guys that I've met a few months ago. It's like a dream come true. I never thought, you know, with 2,500 miles separating us, there's a Walmart, that it would ever happen this soon. And it was kind of a bittersweet, you know, to go home and also not see the subscriber friends that I made a few months ago. And we've kept in touch, and now doing it again. This is what, the third trip across the country, and twice with the Super Crasher. Yeah, I should have got off and went to that Walmart back there before we get out of Dodge. We'll be all right. So, life is a blessing. You get out of it what you put into it. The universe is very fair. You do the right things, and the right things will come back to you. In fact, we were just talking, JJ and I call him Jay, but everybody's got a nickname now, so it's stuck. If you don't know why JJ is called JJ, when I first met him, and I met Johnny Vegas, I was confusing them, and it actually might be his legal name. I'm not sure. I think it might be. So I was calling him John, and then people were correcting me. His name's Jay, or he goes by Jay. And so JJ stuck. He's got both. But we were just talking in our last conversation about drivers and how aggressive people are. And we were trying to put our signal on, and people didn't want to let us in, and sometimes they will. And I said, you know, you remember when we were growing up, well, when our parents drove, we would flash the headlights at cars coming if we saw a cop, you know, shooting radar, trying to give speeding tickets, you know, to people doing like maybe 40 or 45 in a 35, you know, going 5 or 10 over. And it was like, oh, okay, as a cop ahead, that's what that means. Well, now, I don't warn anybody because they're doing 70, they're doing 60 in a 35. They're doing 100 out here, sewing in between cars, causing wrecks. They need a ticket. But the cops, they're not even pulling anybody over. You don't really see them on surface streets especially, because they're afraid of getting shot. world has really changed, but we're going to make America great again, aren't we? The police are going to be pushing their chest out pretty soon with the authority they're going to be given to take care of business and start enforcing our laws. There's nothing wrong with being free and not, being told what to do when it's like not hurting anybody, but when people are abusing the laws and endangering other people is when they need to be, it's like a child getting disciplined. If you let it just happen, they just keep doing it. All right, it says
police reported ahead.
See there? It tells me there's police. And I get to select still there or not there. I just hit still there. I see him. Over on the right, you can maybe see it. He's got a customer. So anyway, it's, there's so many people in the world now, and these cities are so big, and traffic. When I'm driving, out in the mountains in the desert, in between these cities, it's such a relief. It feels so good to be away from people and all these cars. People that live here, they got to be out here. They're commuting, but they only have to drive a couple of miles, and they get off and go to their store or their house. We're trying to drive through here, like Houston, Dallas. Wow, like a nightmare. Where are we at here? Heading to Los Angeles, baby. Let's go to Hollywood. We can do it. We won't, though. So here's the plan. One of the plans is definitely planned out to do, and that is on Monday, December 2, we will be golfing. Yes, we will. And California Steve is coming to town. Hopefully Timmy Apple Valley can come. Jay's going to do some videoing and riding along in a cart on his own. Johnny Vegas, and I think a couple of friends of Johnny's and a couple of friends or one of California Steve. So there's going to be quite a roundup. And then we're definitely going to be hitting up South Point Casino for the buffet. And then we're going to go, I can't get around this truck, so I'm just going to back off. There we go, get over. And then we're going to go to Chinese food because Miss Bev said she likes Chinese. I'm going to take her to China. Chinese food. Look at this, another big rig, a big Peterbilt coming around me here. So many trucks, man. So many trucks. So this guy needs to get over. Why don't he pick it up a little bit? Look at that. He's just going to run right into me. Unbelievable. He didn't even put his turn signal on to say let me in or let me know. The right lane is a terrible lane to drive in through the towns because all the entrances and exits are people deciding at the last minute. But if you can't maintain a good speed, they'll run over you, so you got to drag over here. Are you guys enjoying this city driving instead of a scenic? I don't think so, right? Well, I just wanted to check in with you. I'll be getting out of here soon. That's what Phoenix looked like any other city, people, except we got mountains here, baby. Off-roading, that's another thing we're going to be doing. Off-roading. Steaks tonight. Steaks on the grill or on the griddle. But they'd come out great on that griddle. I'm going to cut up some, I got a package of bell peppers, yellow, orange, and red in a pack. Some garlic, an onion. Toss that around on the griddle. with our steaks. We ate that senior salad last night. It was delicious. I could have stopped at Walmart and got another one. We need more stuff. Jay and I didn't do a very good job at Walmart the other day. I was busy making a video and he was too busy worrying about getting his camera and getting out of there, leaving me behind. Well, it looks like we're getting out of Dodge. The mountains are a little closer now over here on that side. Yeah, they get warm here in the summer, don't they? They're really loving it right now with 76 beautiful degrees, no humidity. You know, the last time I came out west, I had, like, my nose bled a little bit when I blew it, cleaned it, and I got dried out. My throat was raw. The difference in the sinuses, I get the sinus thing. I couldn't breathe. The pressure of going up and down, and the low humidity. Hope I don't get that again. There's a big wash right here that's for flash floods. See, the ground is so hard from the hot sun, that the rain doesn't absorb it. It just runs right off like concrete. So they put these washes in. They have them in LA too. When the rains come off those mountains, it's got to go somewhere. Check out this big rig. An Integra, newer unit, Class A. Got him a Gladiator behind him. He's going to do some off-roading if he wants to. I used to be a big-time off-roader. I had a sand rail, and then I had the 4Runner. This is a very big off-road vehicle. It's strictly going to be just running up some trails. But I don't think it's going to get stuck. It's got 4-wheel drive. Not as long as I don't go in the sand. Too heavy. All right, that'll cut it for there. We're back on 720p. Heading to Quartzsite. We'll get you one tonight. Videoing the steaks and everything else. Love all you guys. Appreciate all you say and do. Keep an eye on the links in the description box for the Amazon link. If you're doing some Christmas shopping, Black Friday's coming up. Or they've already had it. Or there'll be another one. People are still shopping. Shop till you drop. Use the links. Thanks very much, everybody. Talk to you again in a few minutes. Crush it.